Maestro Gaming presents a wobbly wagon wheel production about a nomad man. That man is the Gypsy King.
Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and as you can see, we are here at the Kapavbogs Galer here in Koppervagur. So, as you can see, also, we are here in the car park. You can see the pitch from here if you don't particularly want to pay, but I'm going to head on in. I will hopefully see you fine folks in the stadium and not in the car park, and we will play our first game of today's episode. So I'll see you there in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, we have finally made it into the stadium, and coming up against their 4-2-3-1 formation, we have Olaf in goal, Pals at left back, Peter and runners in centre back. We have Krovic, of course, on the right hand side. S. Raw is our left hand side midfielder, Bajak on the right, Gunners and Magnuson in central midfield. Our cam is, of course, Roberts and Harald up front. Our bench consists of Hodzik, A. Raw, Big Ears, E. Waller, P. Roker, Flowchart, and of course P. Clement. But without further ado, let's go talk to our assistant and see what they have to say. So, Sigraw thinks we should try and encourage the team, and I think that is pretty reasonable. So, assertively, I think, I fully expect to keep our run of form going. I can't remember quite where these are in the league. Where the underdogs here, that suits stuff. Yeah, you know what? Give them the underdog team talk. Not going to go out and say I expect if we are somehow the underdogs. In fact, they are second in the league. This is going to be a bit more difficult than I thought. We are away to second in the division. And if the fixtures don't change, we will of course be versing Villers in the next episode. Lucky for us though, in the following game, I believe we play Paul, I want to say, is our next game. So that should be a bit easier than this one, and definitely a bit easier than the Villers game in the following episode. But enough about other games, we have to focus on this one. And we have Umar from the Icelandic Football Express. He's enthusiastic and very indifferent about us. He says, your IA side hold their relegation destiny in their hands. Can you take a step closer to Premier Division survival today? I hope we've done enough just to... It's not been easy of a season. I hope so. We've done just enough. Harald has been in fine goal scoring form of late. How important will he be here today? Well, he has 8 goals in 21 games and a 7.32 rating. He has been amazing for us. He's been our star man as far as I'm concerned. We certainly hope he can keep that form going. So, Ledonson has provided himself some indecisive passing. He's a fine player. We have fine players too. Yada yada. Ingevar's son has regained supremacy. But okay, whatever. The lads have looked sharp in training in particular. Yeah. We are going to break their defense down. We are going to score 8 goals. Okay, maybe not that many. But we are definitely going to give it a good game today, aren't we, folks? So, as you can see, there is a few different matches going on. Very busy time for today. We have 5 consecutive games going on. Usually we have 1 or 2, considering how compressed this league is. But Gunners with the interception from the throw-in. He plays it up to Harald. He's got past the last man, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And Harald, no. Of all the players to miss that, Harald. He was the last guy I would have expected to miss a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But that's what happened. And now they whip in a free kick back post. Ooh, we got away with that one. Helgeson should have probably poked that in at the near post. And they are back on the attack once more, but it's intercepted. It's now with Magnuson. Back to runners. Krovic. Krovic holding the ball up nicely. Plays it all the way back to Olaf. Olaf up to Peter. Peter now over to Pals. Pals coming down this left-hand side. Will he use the support or will he cut inside? Cuts inside. Tries to crossfield ball to Bajak, who gets it to Gunner. Back to Bajak once more. Harald. Back to Roberts. Lovely through ball to Harald. Oh, come on, Harald. I said he was our star man for us, and he has proven that. 9th goal of the season, assisted by Roberts for Harald. So, Bajak brings it down. Gunners back to Bajak, who plays a nice ball to Harald, who plays it to Roberts, who plays it back to Harald, who just smashes it into the side of the goal. Nice little 1-0 lead, half an hour into today's game. FH is, of course, 2-0 up against IBV, 0-0 between KA and Villiers. KR is 0-0 against Prater, and Poor is currently 1-0 down to Stajanan. So, half time, 1-0, not bad. They have had 4 shots, we've had 7, 2 on target apiece, 12 fouls to our 8, when you've had 0 58% possession to our 62. Now, their best performer has been their goalkeeper, an Arson with a 6.7 and no reason for it. Us, of course, has been Harald. He's got 1 goal and a 7.3. Now, struggling to perform is Mumanovic. He's got a 6.4 for them, and S-Raw for us with a 6.6. So, let's get into the dressing room, and I'm a little bit... 1 second. Okay, a little bit gassy from downing some of my coffee. But Sigurdsson thinks we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts, and I do appreciate their efforts. So, team talk. We are going to say, yeah, you've played well, still room for improvement, lads. I know you've got solid little ratings there for the first half, but I expect more. You can do better. You can get into the 7s. If you perform in a 7, then fair enough, but you're not in the 7s right now, lads. So you can play a little bit better. Gertson, though, breaks through. Shot goes wide. Lucky for us. But Olaf now with a goal kick. Number 12, weirdly. I didn't actually number him, so blame that one on the old manager. Roberts to Gunnar. Gunnar, nice ball over the top to Harald. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. It's a lovely save by Ernesson. And it is offside anyways. So it wouldn't have counted. But they have a throw-in deep in our half. Mumanovic come down this right-hand side for them. S-Raw cannot tackle him. It is whipped in. Ingeverson, and it's a lovely save by Olaf. They now have a corner. Can we defend this? Hopefully break away even. Header is over the bar. I'll settle for that middle ground. But we are doing a nice little job. Harald, of course, with his 7.2 rating. Everyone else is above a 6.6. 6.7 for everyone else, but 6.6 for S-Raw. We are doing a very sufficient job in today's game. What on earth has happened to my tactics screen? I feel like I've just, like... What have I done to... Game? Did I just have like really bad timing on me going to the tactics screen? Because that was a little bit weird. But let's get some substitutions on. We shall rest some players. Peter, I don't feel like I desperately need to rest. We have quite a few people who can rotate in there. We have Magnus, who could do with a rest. Gunners is on a yellow card. We also have S-Raw. So the way we shall go about this, I think, is Magnus and Raw can come off. Waller can swap with Bajak. Bajak can go to, is it inverted? He likes to be inverted. So we'll let him be inverted. You can be a Mazzala. You can express yourself. And that shall be our substitution. We're not going to risk a third. There's no real reason for it. Half of them are nervous. The other half are focused up. They're all now nervous and very frustrated. That is a good sign for us. Looks like they're not going to fight back into this. We've now got a nice little bit of a gap building on that relegation zone, of course. And this is another team we are catching up. They have dropped out of those top 3, which is always nice. But it's with Waller on this right-hand side. Tries to get one across to Harald. It's headed down, but back to Waller. Waller now coming down this right-hand side. Will he go across into Harald? No, he's tackled, but he's won the ball back and played it across to Harald, who puts it away for his 2nd goal of today's game. 10th of the season. Assisted by Epor Aror Waller. Yes, I'm not going to try and say that guy's name again in full, because that is quite the name. Waller, though, did a great job keeping that ball in, and Harald does the easy work of poking it between the keeper's legs. Pretty simple. Nice little 2-0 lead in today's game. And it seems like we have. It's finished. 2-0, folks. Nice little result here. Away to Brejbelik. Yeah, we're going with Brejbelik. Close enough, at least, for me. 11 shots on target for them. Oh, sorry, 11 shots for them, 12 shots for us, 4 on target to 3 on target, 17 fouls to our 19, 1 yellow card to 1 yellow card, 42% possession to our 58. Now, their best performer was Gudmundsson. He had a 6.8 and an 83% passing completion ratio for them. Herald, of course, was our best performer. He got a brace and 8.8. Now, struggling to perform was Quee. He got a 6.4 and 7 passes completed. And for us, of course, was Esraw. He got a 6.6 and no reason for it. Milestones. Kwame Quee made his 50th career league appearance for them. Of course, player of the match going to Herald, who had that lovely brace. So, Sigler thinks we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts, and I do. So, essentially, I'm pleased with the way you performed, lads. That was a good job. Nobody expected it of us, but we managed to pull out the results. And as you can see, that's what we are targeting. They are currently occupying. In fact, second down to fourth. We're all on 27 points. So if we can catch up to fourth, maybe we can push up to second. Now that would be a turnaround from bottom of the league at halfway point to second in the league. Let's try that. That could be interesting. But that is it for the first game. I, of course, am going to head back to our lovely home facility, where hopefully we'll be playing Paw in a week's time. So I'll see you fine folks there in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it is time to kick off our second game of today's episode, and we have someone back. It is, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Johan. He is back in central defence, so hopefully he can at least defend against a team that's in the relegation zone. In fact, they are now bottom of the league, because the team below them has moved up a spot and are 2 points clear of them. But other than that, there is no other changes, so we shall head straight into the dressing room and get on with today's game. So, our assistant thinks Shell seem to pick up where they left off, and I think that's reasonable. Assertively, a team such as Shell should be winning this match without any problem at all. I feel like, yeah, we should be winning without any problems. Herald agrees with me, the rest of them not so sure. But Trusty Haraldsson, your team are amongst the possession leaders in the Premier Division, whilst Paw are not. I wonder if this is a relative of our striker. If they park the bus, are you prepared for the task of breaking them down? Well, Trusty from the Icelandic Football Post, who is untrustworthy and indifferent. We're ready. We know we're up against it and we're confident we can win, of course. Robert is on a fairly lengthy run without scoring. Well, he's our cam. Our goal scorer is Herald. If Herald's getting all the goals, it doesn't matter about Robert not scoring so much. Can he break his hoodoo here today? He's playing well without reward. Is Johan fit enough to last the full duration of the match? Now, probably not, but I'm going to lie to this journalist because I don't particularly like this journalist. I've been told he's fit enough to play and he seems alright, so I'm pretty confident. We're probably going to sub him at half time, to be honest. Big Ears is probably going to come on, and we shall rest Johan, but he needs a bit of match fitness, so get him out there. He needs to play some games before we get anyone bigger. But Robert's in possession on this right-hand side, 7 minutes in, whips it across to Raw. Raw holds up possession nicely, Pals has space, whips one in, headed away only as far as Magnus, who gets it to Raw. Raw back to Pals, Pals to Raw. Raw ball across to Herald, blocked it, it's back to Raw even, and blocked. Lovely save, and we have a corner. Less than 10 minutes in with Bajak. Bajak whips one in. Oh, goes past everyone. Lucky for us, though, it skimmed the head of the defender who tried to get it. So, Bajak at the opposite side now, whipping it in, headed away only as far as Roberts on the edge of the area. Plays it out wide to Bajak. Bajak whips one in. Herald, it's saved, though. Stefansson with the lovely save for them. We are, of course, reaching the 20th minute, and I shall demand a bit more, because this is, of course, a team we should definitely be beating. As you can see, we are up in 6th. We have a game in hand over everyone but Valère, because, of course, our game is against Valère. So it's probably not the greatest game to have in hand, but I'd rather have a game in hand than not. As you can see, relegation zone is a full 7 points away. So we are nice and safe as things stand, but if we trip up here, it's going to look a little bit more rocky. because of course these will then jump above the other team and the gap will be closed. But we are still yet to get into a position that we are happy with, so let's demand a bit more. Focus up the team. Pals now with a throwing. Out wide to S Raw, coming down this left hand side, cuts inside to Magnus. Gunnarsson now over to Bajork. Bajork holding up the ball nicely, plays it to Karovic. Karovic holding up position on the halfway line, just gets scissor tackled. And that has to be a sending off, surely. Surely Denkovic is going off. Send him off, ref. Good job. Two-footed lunge like that, and that was an awful attempt. And he is deservedly off the pitch. Johan looking a little tired. Like I said, probably going to have to substitute him at half-time. Roberts plays it to Bajork, though, coming down this right-hand side. Can we get into the lead? Roberts to Bajork, whips it across to Raw, heads it down to Gunners. Gunners on the edge of the area. What a goal by Gunners. And weirdly, his first goal of the season, assisted by S. Raw. And what a beautiful goal to kick off his scoring this year. Roberts just plays it out wide to Bajork, headed down by Raw. Gunners just whacks it into the bottom left-hand corner, and we have taken the lead, folks. Not bad. So, as you can see, the match stats are pretty much in our favour. We've had 8 shots. They've had 0. 6 on target. They've had 0. 4 fouls to 6. 1 yellow card to 0. 62% possession to 38. Now, our best performer has been Gunnar, with that 8.2 and a 95% passing completion ratio. Theirs, of course, has been Stefansson, their goalkeeper. He's held 3 saves and got a 6.7 as a result. Now, struggling to perform is Harald. He's got a 6.5 and 1 overall chance. For them is Keithley. He's made 2 mistakes and got a 6.3 as a result. So, let's head on into the dressing room. Anything to try and encourage the players? That seems reasonable. They're around, you know what? Passionately. Keep going out there, down a mount, so we can get a result here. Listened keenly. Didn't go great. Could have gone a lot better, but I guess it could have gone worse too. So, 81%. You know what? Johan can hold out a little bit. I think we can keep Johan on for another 10-15 minutes maybe. Just let him get a bit more match sharpness. Roberts whips it in. It is headed away. Gunners now has the ball. Plays it out wide to Bajork. Bajork coming down this right-hand side. Nice cross over to Raw. Raw! It's a lovely header, but an even better save. That was going in the bottom corner. Unfortunately, didn't really get the power on it that he needed. Definitely got the placement. But now with Karovic coming down the right-hand side, plays it up to Bajork. Bajork drives one over the top. It's intercepted though, and they are on the counter-attack with Nadej Senga coming down the middle. He didn't have much space, but he definitely made the most of it. He had plenty of players to close him down, that was for sure, but I don't know what that was. Quite frankly, let's just have another look at this. Look how many players had the option to just get in there, but good goal, I guess. Just gotta give him credit where credit's due. He hit a marvellous shot. Don't think Johan's really to blame for that, but we are going to take Johan off because he is a little bit tired and his match rating is definitely taking a hit. That is for sure. We do have other options though. Harald is having a rough game, so we are bringing on Clement. We are also not having the best of games, so we are going to do this. I'm going to swap them two like that. Waller is going to go out here, swap you over. You can now be our inverted winger, and Waller will be our winger on the right hand side. Nice little triple substitution, a little bit earlier than usual, but this is a game we must be winning, and well, we're not winning it right now. So we definitely need to get on with things a little bit earlier than usual. That has focused everyone up though. But they have a free kick in a very dangerous spot. This is not looking good, folks. Our wall is actually pretty short. But he didn't go over our wall. He just went around it. He just went around the outside, and they have taken the lead. We are going to go very attacking, and I'm going to tell us to show some passion the second it lets me, because this is ridiculous. I'll give him credit. It was a good shot, but We really shouldn't be losing this one. Show some passion, lads. So, Clement. What makes it even worse is we're losing to 10 men. 1-0 up, and now we are 2-1 down to 10 men. Bajak on the left-hand side, keeps it in, gives it away to Keithley though. Keithley hoofs it up, Big Ears has collected it though, nicely up to Bajak. Bajak back to Pals, Pals whips one across, it's Gunners now, Gunners, you beauty. Gets his second goal of the season, assisted by Pals. And you know what, we're dropping back to attacking. We're not going all the way back to positive, but we are certainly not sticking on very attacking. And that is a beautiful way to get your second goal of the season in a game where he got his first. So Gunners, thank you, my friend. That was a beautiful shot. And that has tied up the game, folks. We are, of course, got a frustrated Big Ears. The rest of the team is looking fired up, but Big Ears is frustrated. We now have a nervous Karovic and Magnus, with a couple of calm players in there. Let's demand a bit more. We're not going to tell them to show passion. That's focused them all up. It went down very well. Hopefully well enough to maybe get another goal, possibly. Come on. Goal highlight. Goal. Demand more. Another. It's worked again. Goal, please. Please. Pretty please, FN? No? No. No more highlights. So it looks like we are finishing today's game 2-2. Bit disappointing, as you'll see from the match stats. Not one we can really swallow very well. 19 shots to 2, 11 on target to 2, 7 fouls to 9, 2 yellow cards to 1 yellow card, 64% possession to 36. Now, our best performer, of course, was Gunners, and if he didn't get the player of the match, I don't know who deserves it more. Ende Senga got their best performer, of course, with 1 goal and 8.3. Gunners, with his brace, got a 9. Struggling to perform was Harald. He got 1 overall chance and a 6.4. Keithley for them made 4 mistakes and got himself a 6 rating. Now, there was quite a few different milestones here. Olaf, of course, getting beaten, having gone previously 258 consecutive minutes. And then, of course, we have Gunners' first and second career goals for us. Clements made his 25th career league appearance, and he got his debut goal for them. Did I say debut? No, first career goal, not a debut goal. That would have been even more painful to swallow. But Gunners, of course, picking up the player of the match. And yeah, that performance was disappointing, and we should let the team know that. But maybe tell Gunners he didn't do a bad job. So essentially, that sort of match we should be winning. Esraw is demoralised. You're demoralised? I said it to Gunners, and Gunners looks fired up from it. I don't know what your problem is, Esraw, but yeah, the door's over there. Maybe go use it, Gunners. Ah, roll. Not Gunners. Please don't go, Gunners. We need you, Gunners. Then again, maybe I'll just take him to wherever we go next. Maybe Gunners shall be a big star who follows us about. But that is something for the future, as is this upcoming game against KA. So I hope to see you in the next episode when we verse KA and hopefully play the Valeur game, if it again doesn't get moved, once more. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.